Hello, this is Mish from Downtime Distractions with an in-development review of a title called Trapper's Delight. This is our 7th video in a series of in-development review. As with all our reviews, being transparent to you the viewer, I received this review code to Trapper's Delight for free. With these reviews, we'll still point out the positive and negative points, but look more at the future state of the potential of the game, helping the community and the developer proceed forward with the game. For more information on this review type, check out the description below. So with all that out of the way, let's talk about this game. So this Trapper's Delight is a competitive multiplayer game. It has local and online multiplayer for 2 to 4 players. So the basic concept is escape the level in one piece whilst ensuring the demise of your opponent. So this is coming to Steam Early Access on the 19th of July at a price of $8.49. That's currently at a discount. So when it's at a discount, it'll be around $10 per region. So this is developed and published by Shrimp Cave Industries. This is the first game by Shrimp Cave Industries on Steam, but checking out their blog, this isn't their first game. I believe Shrimp Cave is a side project of a developer called Simon Davis, who according to his blog is working mainly on Star Citizen, which is very interesting. He's worked on some other titles as well, some Lego titles, but Shrimp Cave Industries seems to just be his personal endeavour. And being an experienced and seasoned developer, it's really cool to see personal projects on the side like this. So the basic concept here, basic gameplay mechanics. So you create a game, locally or online, and then you choose how to configure it as well. So there is no single player, it's only multiplayer. So when you've got the game ready to go with the options you want to choose, as in how many lives you've got, how many rounds you want to do, what particular traps you want to use, or you could just choose it all. So when it's all ready to go, you wait for a couple of players to join. When everyone's ready to go, you have a few seconds to place your items. So sometimes you get random items at the start of each round. Sometimes you get traps, sometimes you get coins, sometimes jumps, bridges, just a variety of different items. So after you place the item, you have to traverse across the level to reach the point of safety, and then you teleport out. So you need to watch what the other players are doing, as well as be mindful of what you're doing, and also thinking about that they're probably watching you and you're watching them, and it gets quite confusing, but it's very cool. So after every round, if you make it, I guess if you make it or you don't, you still got to replay to double check what the players are doing. So the scoring is a little different. So if everyone gets to the teleporter, no one gets a point. If no one gets to the teleporter, obviously no one gets a point. But say one person dies, 2 people get to the teleporter, then they both get a point. And then obviously the winner is selected by whatever maximum point limit you have chosen in the start of the game. So that is the basic concept, and then rinse and repeat until you reach the score limit that you have set. An interesting thing here as well, the traps that you set in each round never disappear. So as you go on, as you progress through the different rounds, there's going to be more and more traps everywhere. The only way you get rid of traps is by replacing them with something else, or possibly if they explode due to explosives that you've put down. So you can imagine things get pretty crazy. And an interesting point as well, which is very, very necessary, is if you all fail the level 3 times in a row, it changes it and gives you a new level, which is very handy, and it's good as well because it just mixes things up, because after a while you do get so many traps there that no one can actually get anywhere. So it's a really cool feature that is. So being that this is such a short game, this next section will be quite short as well. So this is normally where we talk about the current state of the game and the future state of the game. So currently the game is very stable and it's a whole lot of fun. We have fully functional multiplayer and local player, 2 to 4 players. So we've got 15 different traps to choose from, about 12 different maps as well. And we have character customization as well, which is good to kind of separate the look of each character so you know who's who. And let's move on to the future state of the game, so what they want to implement. So we've got more traps, more levels, improved character customization, a fully functional level editor, and that will have Steam Workshop support as well. and of course just more polish overall on the game. So this will be in early access for approximately just a few months. And the interesting note here, there is no plan currently to change the price when leaving early access, so woohoo! It's pretty cool. Now if you do pick this title up, don't be shy about voicing your opinions in the forum. So go over to the forum, give them your thoughts, positive and negative, as long as it's constructive. I'm sure that's always appreciated. So being that this is early access, here's my suggestions, things I would like to see implemented. So first thing would be, I guess, a sandbox mode, so you can test out traps and theories. So, even just kind of practice in there as well. So maybe just a single player little practice level. Something where if you're waiting for people to join your game, you can maybe just practice with some traps on the kind of lobby screen there. Just something where, so when you introduce new traps, you can try them out. You can try out little theories. Instead of trying them out in the middle of a match, you can maybe just get some little plan going in your head and then implement it upon your friends. I'd also like to say, this is an interesting one, giving the option to purchase the game, but as a 4-pack. So you could buy the 4 copies of the game and then distribute them to your friends. That, for me, it really helps for games like this, because as I've said, this is really a game which is, I feel it's made to be played with your friends opposed to playing with just random strangers. I got so much more enjoyment out playing with people I know versus online. So having that option to be able to play with, buy a 4-pack, distribute it to your friends, and then have a game with them, I think is a really good option. I guess I wholeheartedly agree as well with the suggestions the developers given. So when he said, or when they said, more traps, more levels, improved character customization, and adding that level editor with Steam Workshop, that will be fantastic. So that's really good. I generally think this game is in a really good state, so it just needs to build on the core components that it's already got. Instead of adding anything else, it just needs to build on what it's got. So with all that said, let's just move on to a quick summary and then it'll finish it up here. So it's a really nice polygon design, really cool looking, with a comical soundtrack and a gameplay that is often hilarious. The price might be a smidge too expensive, which would scare some people off. I think a game like this should be just, $5, because then people aren't really a bit shy about spending that money. Not that $10 is a lot of money, but I just find that it's, people are more likely to buy a game and also buy a 4-pack. If they could buy a 4-pack for $10, $15, then they would be more keen to get it. So the game is, as I said, really suitable if you want to play with friends. I mean, there's no harm in playing with random online people. I mean, it's still fun, it's still a lot of fun, but I just found it's so much more satisfying playing with people you know. Even on comms, it was a lot of fun. Whilst in saying all that, I'm not really sure about replayability though. It definitely has it, and I definitely think if you had a group of people that you want to play with, you'd go back to this every now and again. But I don't see you playing this for more than a couple hours, and you're not going to be hitting this every night. It's going to be more, you play it a couple of hours and then you can organise, we'll play it again in a couple of days. It's good, it's fun. I mean, overall it's very tight, simple, fun game. You can get a good few hours out of it, and it will have some replayability. And definitely, if you get playing it with friends, you want to have a chat with them. It's a great game that you could play while having a conversation. And there'll be a lot more replayability as there's more levels and more traps come online and adding that Steam Workshop. But I just kind of think this isn't going to be a staple that you're going to play hours on end every night for a couple of weeks. It's more you're going to play it and when you got your friends online every now and again, and go back to it. Probably go back to it for a while because the game's going to evolve and you're going to get more stuff, and it is a lot of fun. It's just I don't foresee it being that big staple game. So I shall leave this here and say this has been Mesh from Downtime Distractions with another in development review. This one has been looking at Trapper's Delight. So I've enjoyed this game. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for more content, comment, like and share. And cheerio until next time.